Hello and welcome to another Wraggys Beers, Wines and Spirits video. So tonight we're actually doing a battle of two crappy lagers. Good evening, Kevin. How are you? And good evening, Charles. Window beer review, Thomas and Chris. It's been a while, gotta be honest. The wife's out on a run tonight and then she's going for a burger with the girls afterwards. So perfect time for me to actually do a Wraggys live and start to get myself acclimatized back into it. It's been that long. I struggle with the old getting back into it. So I'm doing a battle between Gallaroo, which is Lidl's. It is Lidl's, isn't it? Yeah, Lidl's. I presume that's their Stella version. And then Good Evening Thomas. And then Good Evening Greg, Mr. Bowman Beer. And then Galahad. I mean, to be fair, both of these want much cop. But Wraggys Crow. Crew. We said Wraggys Crow then. That'd have been a laugh, wouldn't it? Yeah, the stoned Raggy Crow. Yeah. I think someone might take a bit of an exception with that. So, we'll crack these open. Good evening, Lee. And Chris. So, not long now for the beer festival, and I'm going to start doing beer festival chats and that, because we're not far away now. And after this year, good evening, just Liam. I've got your bottle, matey. I've had a look at it, and I'm either going to try and review it tonight or probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Galahad does look like Foster's, yeah, and that's Aldi all over. Yeah, it's their version of Foster's. You know what they're like, Aldi. They don't monkeys, do they? And then obviously Gallaroo from Lidl looks like oh, your gold nail video is going up tomorrow. Oh, very interesting. We'll be watching. Yeah. I just hope you liked it. Good evening, Darren. So we'll try these out. I'm not expecting no great shakes. So Galahad, for those that don't know, is a 4%. It's basically Foster's in a bloody Aldi can. Stella's versus Foster's, yeah. It's like an unlegit version of both. It is, yeah, it is similar, isn't it? Good evening. The little penny bon toms in 10 carat. Rightio. Good to see you at the pub, mate. I've had the new triple, yeah. I thought it was okay, but I've seen reviews on the internet that dog's in the room. Good evening, Andy. I've seen reviews on the internet where people have slagged it off, but we're all different in what we drink. Good evening, Liam. I don't know how Aldi get away with it, because any other company, yeah, you would get a smack botter. And good evening, Darren. So we'll pour the Galahad out, take a look at it in my Nottingham Craft Beer Festival glasses. Funny how I managed to pick up 4 of these, and I didn't smash them on the way home as well. Yeah. So yeah, Robin Hood Beer Festival. Has anybody So yeah, just Liam's got a new homebrew channel. Make sure you give him a sub. Like always, we're all supportive of each other's in this community. Well, most of us are, at least. It's act, isn't it? So that's Galahad. 4%. Looks like Foster's. It's just in a... Yeah. It's good to see the crew here. Looking forward to the beer festival. It's going to be interesting. Yeah. It's a raggy pour, isn't it? Yeah, shit pour as you. These things happen, don't they? But the beer festival, yeah. If anybody's looked at the maps for the beer festival, Robert Beer Festival, the size of it seems to me to be a bit small compared to the castle and to the motor point. So it's going to be very interesting. We're going to be struggling to get any beer reviews in. Thousands of people sniffing each other's beers. And I think it's going to be an interesting, unless it's bigger than it looks round the back. But I've worked round the cricket ground, and where they say it is, it don't look that big to me. But I might be wrong. So that's probably in the best glass you're ever going to see, Galahad. I mean, let's be fair. It looks good in that glass, doesn't it? Apart from the stupidly sized there. Typical. Even smells like Foster's. I must do a Foster's versus Galahad. That's if I can be bothered to buy any more of these. If I haven't got any more, I'm not buying them. It's as simple as that. I'm not buying them for the sake of buying. Oh dear, it's been a while since I've had some wishy-washy. You can't get older than the Wraggys ale. Yeah, you'll struggle. You see, locally, as far as I know, only Lincoln Green's website and it's not sold out already, surely. Lincoln Green's website and Adventure Beer have got it, but surely it's not sold out. Can't sold out. Well, funny mate. Last night I was on 1999. Then it went up to 2001. Then it went back down today to 1996. So I reckon some of them, bonjour, Negan. I reckon some of them were fake accounts. You do get it on YouTube. So it's going up and down worse than the prostitute's knickers at the moment. At the moment, it's back up to 1997. So I'm hoping that this Saturday will breach and stay breached for the 2000s. So I'm hoping to do a live stream this Saturday and put the link out as well to other beer reviewers. And yeah, we'll drink some Wraggys, talk some rubbish, celebrate, some bloke from Nottingham getting to 2000. And it should be a laugh more than anything. And yeah, take the piss, as you do. It's all about taking the mick, isn't it? You can't take the mick. What's the... Good evening, Craig. How are you, matey? Yeah, I've got my own beer. Yeah. That's the beer. Yeah, I tell you, I thought this morning, I thought 2001. But when I looked on YouTube and it was still at 1999. I thought, oh, here we go. It's not going to go. It's obvious. There's obviously issues. And then when it went down by 5, it confirmed what I thought. It's strange, isn't it? YouTube and this up and down business. I mean, if I subscribe to somebody, I don't unsubscribe a day later. But I don't know, that's YouTube, I suppose. So Forest winning the league, not this year. No. Derby look like they're relegated already. So that's put them right in it. Unless they go on an amazing run, they're not doing well. I mean, both Forest and Derby are in a very absolute pickle at the moment. So you can buy it. It's on sale at Lincoln Green. They do a mixed case. They call it the Wraggys mixed case. But you can email Lincoln Green. Email Lincoln Green. You'll see the emails there. Go to the bloke called Jody at lincolngreenbrewing.co.uk. If you ask them if you can swap the beers for ones that you want, they will do it. They will do it. Yeah, free for free. Free cans of the £5 beer for £3. Yeah. 15 quid's worth of beer for £3. Yeah. And I drank one last night and got a bollocking off the wife for drinking it. But there you go. Yeah. These things happen, don't they? To me every day. I'm getting bollockings, ensue. Yeah. I bet she's watching now thinking, yeah, I'm watching you. Yeah. I think she's gone for a run, actually. She's running now. Yeah. 10 minutes in. I'll sub you as well, actually. And tomorrow, I think I'll do that Tiny Rebel homebrew tomorrow, which will be quite interesting because Tesco's and Morrison's near me. They must have somebody who works on the booze department who has no idea on price. Yes, the tins were dinted, but three £5 beers for £3. That is one of the best bargains that I've had. If they choose a good manager, Wrexham, it's all about the manager, isn't it? And all about the players playing for the manager. I thought Chris Hughton would do well for Forest, but God knows what went off. Yeah, God knows. Yeah, it is what it is, I suppose, really. Um, you never know what politics are going on behind the scenes of clubs, do you? Yeah, when I seen it, I wasn't going to buy it. And then I looked again, I thought, is that 3 vocations triples for £3? And I thought, oh, I might as well just do it. Yeah, you've got to buy the right players for the league you're in. That's what Man City did when they went down to Division 3 or Division 1, as it's called now. They bought the right players and then they kept buying the right players with big money backing. And that's how they got into the Premiership. And then obviously now they've got the world's best manager there, Pep Guardiola. We need a decent manager who can win in the Championship, then get us into the Premiership, but keep us in the Premiership. It's tough, isn't it? You've got about the right players, right league, right manager, and then keep swapping and changing until you get where you need to get. Unless you come across a team that is that was amazing at the time. Yeah, but you need people that want to play as well. I do find buying all these players that it's all right buying big name players. You think Klopp is the best manager? He did well for Liverpool the other year. Fair play. So there's not much in this, is there? I mean, as lagers go, and even against Foster's, I kind of moved on from these type of lagers, and I know this is a clone of Foster's, but it isn't the best, even as a clone. Who the hell's Tuchel? Oh, is he the Arsenal bloke? So I've had a crack at that, and well, I was interested. So now the Aldi one, the Stella one, and I'm not so sure. I had this the other week. Oh, Chelsea manager. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know now. Yeah. The train stops in the city centre, mate. Yeah. I'd have thought from Kirkby and Ashfield, a bus down the A60 would be the best option. Yeah, I'd have thought a bus down the A60 would be the best option rather than a train. I suppose it depends if you don't have a train stop. So here's the little one, and I wasn't struck on this, to be honest. You know, on any given day, you could be drinking it, have a good night at work. On overnights, fair play. I've done the overnights. I didn't mind the overnights going to doing the work. I didn't like leaving the family at home. It killed me. Absolutely killed me leaving the family at home. Because if you catch a bus and you come to mine, then we can do a few imps before we go into down to the old train station and beer festival or train station. I forget to talk about train stations. Yeah, these things happen. Yeah, I get you drunk before you even go into town. In fact, you'll be half steaming here. You won't even want to go to the beer festival. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to kill your beer festival. The beer festival is the main event, isn't it? That's what it's all about. Going down there, and having a good laugh and a good crack, and seeing the likes of Harry Blue Nose. He's a lad. Rob Hopzine's going to be there, which will be Hopzine. Now it'd be interesting to see that fella, and our good man Mersey Bears as well. Obviously, Craig won't be there for obvious reasons. He probably wouldn't, mate. Yeah, these impies are very decent. Taxi to mine. It'd be cheaper to get the bloody bus. It'd be a couple of £2 or £3 on the bus. It's about £6 to get the taxi. Yeah. You'd be much better. I need to get to that Ian store near where you live and get some beers. Yeah, lots of weddings at work, Darren. Yeah, there's multiple weddings, multiple every week at the moment. Obviously, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people are cheaper to walk. Yeah, it's about an hour to walk from there. It's cheaper to walk from where Liam lives than anything. Anyway, probably about as far to walk. No, it's not that far. No, it's Kirkby National, about 12 miles away. Yeah. Anyway, so Gallaroo, the Stella clone for Lidl. Last time I had this, I didn't rate it. But then again, I'm not really a big Stella fan, if I'm being honest. It's going to be interesting putting these two together. I've been wanting to do it for a while, but if you see any beers at Ian White's, and if you see out there that I haven't reviewed or you don't think I've reviewed, pick it up and I'll just give you the cash. Yeah, because you can get up here as early as you like on Friday, and we'll have a chat, maybe do a review from the beer room, and then get a taxi to the beer festival. Should be a laugh. Be all right. Like, I just need to make sure I don't get too pissed too quickly. Craig is like the Yoda. He's like the Yoda of beer festivals, because he kept me sober on that second day. That was a big long shift, 10.5 hours. And I walked away pretty sober at the end. I mean, I obviously had a flipping drink, but I wasn't steaming. I was decent, and yeah, it was a good long day, and I want to do the same. I'm taking water, bottled water. I'm going to take a bottle, fill it up with water while I'm down there. Beer, water. You can go for a piss as many times as you like, can't you? And it's the way into it, because none of us want to get too pissed too quickly. You want to stay till the end and then some. And I mean, I think it's 11 or 12 o'clock at night. The beer festival ends, and then you've got the pubs of West Bridgeford. And let me tell you now, some good pubs in West Bridgeford. Stratford Avon, Castle Rock pub. There's the Weatherspoons next door, although we got kicked out of there. Somebody was a bit loud. Old Raggy here. Good evening, Ian. No, matey, I've not seen. The only newbie that I've got from Aldi is the triple, the £2.99 triple. I've not seen any of the new beers. I need to go in again. I think with the Aldi beers, it all depends on your taste buds on the day, what you've had before, what you've drank. We can all, and drinking something too nice, drinking a nice beer beforehand and then hitting it. I need to do more with these Wraggys live, get myself back into the spirit of things, as you do, and certainly on the way up to they're so hit and miss. Aldi's are. I mean, there's newbies in Sainsbury's. Benjamin let me know there's new in Sainsbury's. I think it's a bramble sour. I actually seen it myself. I'm trying not to spend any money at the moment from now on until the beer festival. So I'm just gonna have to wait and do reviews afterwards. I'm looking at I need to put away about £300 for that weekend. Yeah, the plum porter. Don't you think the plum porter looks a bit like? Is it the Titanic? The old Titanic plum porter. But it looks a lot like the labelling looks very similar to the old Titanic plum porter in the label. And I can't wait for that as well because I'm a massive plum porter fan. And if it's anywhere near as good, yeah, the Tesco Select. I love that Imperial banana. I know a certain beer reviewer slagged it off, but what's his problem? No plum at all. Good evening, Claire. Yeah, I've got Saturdays. I do Saturdays. So yeah. Yeah, Tesco's beers are amazing. Let's be fair. You know, their range of new beers is really good. And make sure if you go to Tesco's, make sure that you check out the reduced stock as well because they've got some lovely reduced beers. Good evening, Scott. It's been a while, matey. It has been a while. It's been a while since I've done these lives. You know, do miss it. Do miss the lives and the chat, bit of banter, seeing everyone's faces, even though we don't really see each other's faces. We're not really seeing each other's faces. But you know, just that meeting up, and you know, one of these days, wouldn't it be lovely to do a beer review community? And I'm talking, same here, mate. It's been crazy busy. Yeah, all pretty good. Yeah, still getting bollockings off the wife for drinking too much now and again, sneaky beers and stuff. But these things happen, don't they? Yeah. I can't be the only one getting bollockings. You know. My downfall, that's. Although I've calmed right down. There's no wine in the house now. There's no spirits, just beers. Yeah, and I've just changed my beer review channel to Wraggys beer reviews and forget the what's the name? Forget the others. Yeah. Plus, it's a lot cheaper, no, buying bits. There's a new Ninkasi in Sainsbury's. For those people who like Ninkasi, please, Scott and Wanda, please review Ninkasi Rosé and see if you get this Desperado Red. I didn't mind that, you know. Didn't mind Desperado Red. Yeah. If I remember rightly, it had a funny twang to it. But obviously, I've reviewed a lot of beers. You forget that. Yeah, I can't remember what day of the week it's Sunday. Yeah, that's when I'm at work. I woke up this morning thinking, oh, it's Sunday. And then 2 minutes later, I'm thinking, no, it's fucking not. Monday. Jump out of the bed, run downstairs, and then sit on the settee for an hour with a cup of coffee waiting because I like to lay down and make the coffee, get on the settee, and just keep chilling and keep hitting that snooze button. But yeah, Ninkasi Rosé is in Sainsbury's. For anybody who wants to venture, £9.50 for the bottle. It's a 750ml bottle. No, it's in Sainsbury's as well, mate. Just hope you don't get the version. I hope it's not as nasty as the Ninkasi that I drank, because that was nasty. If you've seen the review, you'll know. The Guinness 0% is actually very drinkable. And I think that my workplace ought to stock it, because for people who don't drink, it is as close to Guinness as you can get, but it's alcohol free. And I've got 2 cans of Guinness that I need to do. I need to do a comparison bit. Again, a can of Guinness versus a can of the alcohol free stuff. Good evening, Steve. It's been a while. He was at the Wild Bear Tap Room. Ah. Do you find that YouTube these days is terrible? Notifications are god awful. I don't see anybody's new videos coming out anymore. I used to see them all. I don't know when anybody's going on live anymore. YouTube has got rubbish. And I think that's why, in a lot of ways, I gave up going live at one stage, because I did a live one day, did 20 minutes talking, no one came on, and I'm thinking, God, these lives are crap. And I might as well just be doing a non-live and saving me back my battery. And yeah, it's strange. Yeah, talking to yourself for 20 minutes. But did I press live or not? And I'm sitting there talking away. And I think one person flitted on, and I'm like, ah. Thank you. I'm glad you've said that, because it is. Hence why today I actually put earlier on. I actually did it. I started at work about 5 to 7 this morning, and as I'm walking around checking, because that's what I do at work, I check, and I'm actually, as I'm walking around, although somebody crashed, somebody crashed into a rock outside the workplace. I heard this bang as I'm walking around. It's like, oh shit. And yeah, it crashed into a rock. Yeah. In a brand new van. And oh, good evening, Key. How's it going, matey? And he crashed into the van at work. The 21 plate van backed into this rock, big fucking rock and all. And yeah, that made me chuckle. 7 in the morning. But yeah, I've got to the stage where I'm thinking of just making sure that I do that I do a live schedule on YouTube. That's why I'm using StreamYard tonight. And so that people know when you're online, because the chat, when there's all of us on and we're chatting away, everyone's having a laugh. It's good banter. And it's making this nasty Gallaroo from Lidl taste better. Not great. Will do, Keith. I've seen it come up, but obviously I was doing it live, so I couldn't do it. But what's the name it? Click on. So, whoa. I don't know how this stuff sells so well, because people's taste buds. I've tasted both of these, both the Foster's clone and the Stella clone, and they're just nasty. I'm not on my third. No. Vault City Farm to ferment a cherry. Is that the new one, Andy? I think, Danny, that this, from what I've heard, this lot of Aldi releases is certainly better than than the last lot. What was it called? Twice as Nice. I mean, that was woeful when it first came out. Yeah, Scott. I mean, as for channels, there's some channels, and you'll know who I mean, Scott. There's some channels that I'm totally not interested in, and yet I click not interested. Next day, this channel comes up on my feed. I'm not interested because I don't agree with this person. He might be a beer reviewer and he might not be. But it's like they're pushing the certain mainstream channels, but leaving the little fellas out the way. And for me, there's a lot of people with a lot less subscribers, friends of the community, that sort of thing, that are a lot better, that are just being pushed out the way for the bigger channels. And that pees me off, that does. Chocolate and orange stout. I can't wait for the chocolate and orange stout, to be honest. Oak City Cherry Bakewell. Oh, does sound nice, doesn't it? Armageddon, 57%. Never had that. Good evening, Paul. We're on the same page, Scott. Yeah, you can add a mulled wine kit, mulled spice kit to an home brew kit. But what I would do is make sure that you put it in some sort of bag to stop the bits getting out. Oh, you don't do that in here, babe. I'm talking. You can't have that sound on that. Turn the sound off. Yeah. You can do like what are you thinking of doing? Like a cinnamon, like a mulled stout or something. Be interesting to. What's your favourite IPA? Oh God, that's so difficult, isn't it? It's like these days, we're drinking so many different beers. it gets tough. It does get tough. What is your favourite? It does. It's I don't know. It gets flipping out. I can't even think of my favourite. And good to see you doing the home brew. Yeah, it's interesting. I'd use a Wilco's kit out. Morrison's Guinness, yeah, £3.50. It's decent. You know, if you're not driving, mate, the Guinness 0% is decent. Good evening, Disco. How are you, mate? When your Wraggys Golden Ale review goes live, I'll be posting it across all my things as well, and tagging like Lincoln Green and everybody in as well, because the more exposure channels get, the better. Radler Lemonade 0.0. Play there, different, isn't it? We all make dodgy comments, don't we? My worst is making dodgy comments and then looking the next day and thinking, was that me who commented? But it's in my chuffing name. Broken Skull IPA. The wine kit last Christmas was Amarone. It was amazing. Yeah. I haven't done any drunken beer reviews for a long time, you know. Oh, reviewing beers in your kitchen. They're the drunken ones, aren't they? It's funny, you know, the Wraggys Golden Ale, talking about beers because of meaning. The Wraggys Golden Ale. Yeah, I know. I have to watch what I put down in comments. Yeah. I'm a swine for getting emotional at the times. You know, when somebody winds you up and pees you off, straight away I want to have a go. And then you have to remember that you've got to keep a slight lid on what you say. Good evening, Jake. How are you, matey? And yeah, I took a bottle of this Wraggys Golden yesterday to some local beer makers, craft beer makers, who really are brilliant craft beer makers. The old head brewer of Blue Monkey, Bang the Elephant, they drank the Wraggys beer and they actually really liked it. And that was warming for me because I'm a bit, what's the word? Because of the meaning to me, like you said above, it means more to me than the taste. And there is that thing sometimes you can be slightly biased. You and me sound the same, Scott. Yeah, yeah. I've had some bollockings off the wife lately. Yeah, another one this morning. These things happen. Yes, yeah. I haven't deleted any lives though. No, I've had to watch a few back and think to myself, how OTT did I get? Yeah, but we all get rantish, don't we? At times, you know, we're all there. And we think, okay, let's just go for it. You Weatherspoon's Chelsea. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, Windsor and Eton Brewery. I've dropped a few swear words in my time. Yes, yes. Try not to. Trying to trying to have more decorum these days. Good evening, Mark. Let's hope everyone's okay, Mark. You know, sad to hear. You know, sad to hear that. But I think these days, COVID. You know, as long as it doesn't get too serious, COVID is a thing that's going to affect. I think everyone. I think we're all. If we haven't already had COVID, we're all going to get it. I can't see anybody escaping it these days. Yeah, there's lots of them about Beardy Beer. Yes, I do know what you mean. So yeah, it's not the greatest this thing, but you know, it's um it's that thing of coming online and having a chat. You know, it's been a bloody long while. And I do want to well, that's a sore subject, Anna. Because yesterday I was on 1999 all day. This morning, well, 12 o'clock last night, I broke the 2K. This morning, 2K1. I'm thinking, get in. And then it dropped down to 1996. I'm like, chuff me, fire. That's not the words I was coming out with. And now it's gone back up to 1997. So I just presume that they were David. I just presume that some of them were fake, because you do get fake accounts. Yeah, they're just pissing me off, aren't they? It's like holding a stick in front of you, going 2K, 2K, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you bastard. Look at him. Yeah, I bet YouTube. Someone in YouTube is sitting in the background thinking, yeah, dosser. You don't need to be an arsehole. No, you don't need to bullshit. You don't need to be an arsehole. And review the beers as they are. Don't give a 1 out of 10 for a beer that's actually one of the best beers in supermarket shelves. I don't know who gave it 1 out of 10. I hope it wasn't you, Scott. But Imperial Banana from Vocation is a cracking beer. It may not be everyone's cup of tea. People will get what they get from it, but it's definitely no 1 out of 10. No way, Jose. It's probably a good 7 out of 10 for a lot of people, and a 9 out of 10 for other people. For me, it was a belter. Obviously, beers, it depends on the day you're having. Some beers taste better on certain days. I mean, these beers don't taste that great today, but I don't know if they're that great in the first place. I don't know. It came up on my chat that in one when I did the review that somebody gave it 1 out of 10. I never did find out who it was. I can guess. How can you give a beer 9 out of 10 because the brewer's there? Surely constructive criticism. If you're a brewer and the beer's crap, you'd want to know the beer's not great, because you'd be looking as a brewer, you'd be saying to yourself, "Oh, what's wrong with this, mate?" And then you'd taste it yourself and you'd say, and you'd pull the beer. So yeah, the beer I'm drinking for 2000, like what Scott said earlier about some. Good evening, Adam. Some beers have more meaning. This beer has more meaning to me than anything. It encapsulates a fantastic year. The last year still had its ups and downs. No one's perfect, are we? I've dropped more bollocks than anything I do, but it means so much, and it's not a bad beer. It's no Imperial Stout. Don't get me wrong. And I keep putting them feelers out there for an Imperial Stout. I'd love to do an Imperial Stout collab. That'd be amazing. But especially if I could twist a few arms. There's a couple of arms that I really want to twist, but it's if them arms are worth if they want to twist their arms towards it. But we'll see. We'll see. The Wraggys Golden is interesting. Not just for me. I always say that, but for the beer review community, that fire damp is nice. Adam, you'll enjoy that, especially because you're a lover of impies. The beer review community, I don't know, the beer review community this year has had, that I know, at least 2 of us. Yeah, Bang the Elephant have got a mate who brews at Bang the Elephant. I'd love to do a triple collab with Bang the Elephant and a certain Damien. But anyway, if it ever happens. Yeah, I forgot where I was fucking going now. Totally forgot. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me at some stage. Yeah. Mr. Craft Beer Basic. Hey, how are you, matey? Help me out. Another absolute legend. And to Adam, Mersey Beers, this bloke, we'll see him at Neon Raptor if he's working that day, hopefully. And I'm still thinking of doing them 2 brewed up bulldog kits. Yeah, some great people in the beer review community, some great handsome people. Yeah, but yeah, anyway, for the beer review community, that's where I was getting at. For any of us to be honoured is amazing. Neon Raptor honoured Hopzine. That was amazing. That was great. Hopzine deserves it as well. He's one of the original beer reviewers. That fella deserves it. And it's great to see, because the vast majority of beer reviewers actually care about the beers. They care about the breweries. If you're going to be constructive, you are constructive. It's as simple as that. You got to stick the fan on. That was a good one. And Amundson's Impy. Oh, bless you. Bless you. There's going to be some pissed up beer reviews come the beer festival, isn't there? Hey, oh my God. Especially when you've had a drink. Yeah. A Boba Fett. I was thinking of a Yoda one. Yeah. Yoda Rag Canova. Yeah. As a beer. Yeah. But yeah, once I crack 2000, hopefully whenever that is, these 2 big beers behind me are getting reviewed. So let's put the lager down for a second, because obviously it's a lager. That one by Lumiere. Any beer reviewers, you ever get your hands on this, if they ever release it back into cans or on keg, it may appear on keg at the beer festival. Did he? Oh, right, yeah. Nerd Brewing. Yeah, so that's Lumiere. Brilliant. But also that Neon Raptor and Emperor's Brewery, Damien, if you ever meet him. Did you meet him, Mr. Craft Beer Basic, when he went down to Neon Raptor? Absolute cracking bloke, to be fair. Good evening, Dexter. And thank you. Jagman. Oh, God, Jagman was steaming. Yeah, well, we were both steaming, to be fair. Craig is, like I say, Craig's the Yoda. That bloke can hold his beer, but he's drinking water like Bono. And yeah, he his powers of drink. Good, that's good, mate. He's a cracking bloke. I spoke to him at Black Iris Brewery on the second night. We were up there. I was talking to the lad who the beer reviewer from the brewer from Blue Monkey, Pip, who moved to Thornbridge, and they actually put you and let's show this. They actually put you and Damon on the lager bar at the Derby Beer Cup. Oh, that's hilarious, eh? On the lager bar. Good evening, Tom. Number 4, Jaipur. Jesus Christ, you did well there, mate. I find that the best thing is never to lie, because if you lie, you're going to get caught out. What is the website to get the Wraggys Golden Ale? Lincoln Green Brewing, mate. Or Adventure Beer. You have to weigh up the costs of each. Lincoln Green Brewing. Oh, yeah. That's the site. And if you don't fancy what they've got on offer, look at all the beers they've got. Pick out the 12 you want. Email them and say, look, I've looked at your mixed cases, but I don't want them particular beers. Can I have this, and this beer? I get one of each, and 2 or 3 of the Wraggys, but that's just me. And ask them. Breweries are accommodating these days. Well, most are, but Lincoln Greens certainly are. They're nice people. They want to sell you beer, and let's be fair, if they can sell you a beer, if you're going to buy 12 for that, yeah, it is on the attached side. Yeah. Oh, Damon on the lager beer, eh? On the lager bar, that's hilarious. I bet he loved that. That's cracking, that is. Anyway, so 44 minutes in, 29 of us online. Thank you everyone for joining in. It's nights like this that getting back into it, getting back into talking. See you later, mate. Have a good one. Getting back into the lives and just talking to people. It's what it's all about. And this is where lives, if you can do a live, not everybody can do a live. Not everyone's got the confidence to do a live. It's not easy at times. And you do have to remember not to get too pissed, because if you get drunk and say something you shouldn't say, yeah, it can get a bit embarrassing as well. Brother's cider in hand. Oh, bless you. Which one? Parma violet, toffee apple or rhubarb, and the rhubarb and custard. Toffee apple for me is still the best rhubarb Brother's cider, if I'm being honest. So yeah, definitely going to start doing some beer festival videos soon. As soon as info comes out about the beer festival, I'm going to be giving my breakdown in videos from what I know of the site. I know the cricket ground. I've worked around the edge of it. Although I still think it's a small area for a big beer festival. Yeah, toffee apple, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. Interaction's key, Steve. It is. As long as we don't get too drunk. I mean, I've had a few drinks, and not tonight. I'm good tonight, but I've done a few drinks, and then I start to regret that I'm still doing a live. Yeah, yeah. It's too late for me, that is, to join American beer streams. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll start as we're chatting. I'll start doing the comparison. And I can't wait to review the Aldi Plum Porter. You like the Brothers Rhubarb and Custard, right? Yeah. I need what I need to do is get a bottle of the toffee apple, a bottle of the rhubarb and custard, and go for it, one against the other. In fact, I might do a Brothers cider night where I get 3 or 4 of them, small bottles. I'm not doing big bottles because I'll be needing toilets for a wee bit. But and doing a battle of the Brothers cider, that could be interesting because you're not upsetting anyone because you're drinking all the same. The but the beer festival is going to be. I think the beer festival is going to be a laugh. I think we're all trying to talk a bit of sense, don't we? But from Porto on cask, it's amazing, mate. Have you ever had the? It will be sweet, yeah. Welcome back, Mr. Yeah, it will be a bit sweet, won't it? Yeah, and 4% as well, so you won't get drunk. That's for certain of it. The pear tourist cider from Aldi. Yes, I've had it at some stage. Not sure if I've reviewed it, but I've certainly had it. Yeah, I mean, drank a lot of between 2009 and 2018. Darren, are you coming down to the beer festival itself, the Robin Hood Beer Festival? I am keeping some of the Wraggys back spare for people who've not had it, just in case they can't get it or can't afford to get it for whatever reason. You know, money, people. We all understand that we've all got limits on what we can spend and that. But I have got a few here in the beer room. I bought 64 bottles, although I've already gave away a few, as you do, to people. Good evening, Edward. Been a while. Mix the toffee apple and rhubarb and custard. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, blending beers together, our good friend, Mr. Craft Beer Basic, he's done that on a video that he's just brought out. And he blended 2 of the Vault cities together. Good evening, Phil. Wow, it's been a night tonight. Lots of people joining. And he's blended 2 together. And I'll tell you what, amazing. We're down with your brother. Cheers, mate. So, Wraggys Golden Ale came out on cask yesterday. I'm hoping, and I'll send an email to Lincoln Green asking them if Wraggys Golden's going to be at the beer festival, because I think that it will go down a treat, and I'm praying that they save a cask for the beer festival, or even a couple of casks. 72 pints in a cask. I think it will go quite well. I'm having half at least down at the beer festival, because you got to, haven't you? I wouldn't have thought so, Edward. I wouldn't have thought so. It depends how well it sells, I suppose, doesn't it? You know, I mean, my workplace, they want it because of obviously that I work there. They want it in bottles as a bit of a permanent feature. And at 3.8%, good evening, Craig H. How are you, matey? Got it from Adventure Beer. Right. Yeah. They're good. The shipping, yeah, the shipping can be a bit high depending on what part of the country. And if you live nearby, it's free. If you live further away, it is £9. I understand that. You know, a lot of people. Trebor, good evening as well. That's a proper night tonight. This is a good night. And I'm on for an hour and a half and all because the wife's there are some amazing beers and breweries at this beer festival. Now, I know the local breweries more well than a lot of people. And when the beer lists come out, I'll do some lives and I'll do some dissecting of what's coming out at the beer festival. It is good to be back. It's good to be back with the crowd. You know, it's been a long time. I mean, obviously, winter's coming up. The dark nights are coming. And there's a cask of Wraggys sat at my workplace at Callum. I'm half tempted to say to the boss, sell me that cask. I know it's got a date on it, but dates don't matter. As long as you don't crack it open, the date doesn't matter. I'm half tempted to ask him to sell me the cask. And there's the bell. We're just missing Mr. Slurpee. Although he may come in. Once he's heard the bell, he may pop in. You never know. So yeah, as lagers go, yeah, they're not the greatest. But tonight was never about the lager. It was just an excuse to come up do a live. You know, I was thinking, what the hell do I do? And I thought, Battle of the Lagers sounds all right. And I think the next one I do will be the Guinness alcohol free versus Guinness, just to test them one against the other. yeah, I do. Need to get some more bloody gas. I've got we've had we bought a new gas bottle earlier in the year. I'm actually took a bit out of each, so I'm not finishing any at the moment. Yeah, this is the the Stella one. Yeah, Galaroo from Lidl. Yeah, I'll do a bit of a toss up between both in a minute. But I actually thought the Guinness OO was really good, Adam, Mr. Mosebits. I thought the body. You'll see if you've picked it up. Be like yourself, you know, pick up a bottle of Guinness Draft or a can of Guinness Draft and test them against each other. Obviously, Guinness Draft is going to taste better. You know, it's a no-brainer that the alcohol version is going to get. Oh yes, yeah. So I'm definitely going to get an adventure beer, Callum, because it's local. It's 25 different beers from local breweries. That's a no-brainer. You know, it's 75 quid, but the beers themselves, there's barley wines, there's Imperials. It's well worth getting. I am going to get, if they do it, low-cost beer, and I will talk to Matt, try and chat him and say to him, are you going to get a low-cost beer advent calendar? And will you make the calendar all the same beers? Can you put the same beers? Because, you know, but then I want to get a third one. Yeah, there is a widget. Yeah, daft, isn't it? There is a third advent calendar I want to do because I do 3 beer reviews a night. And when it comes to it, I'm going to do 3 lives a night live for the duration of December. So I'll chat with the wife. She's good. The first one may be round about 4 o'clock. I am going to split them up, so I don't do three together. That's about the only thing that she wants me to split the beer reviews up. Do one at 4:30, one at 5:30, one at 6:30. 20 minutes or so each, or even further apart, and do half an hour each. As long as they're split, so I don't get drunk. That's where she comes across. You can print beer mats. Oh, oh, why? Wow. Well, a barley wine is a beer. Yeah. Adam, Mr. Mersey Beers, will come out with a much better explanation of what a barley wine is, because he's like an encyclopedia. But a barley wine or Bowman actually, a barley wine is a national advent calendar. Ooh. Yeah, a barley wine is basically strong beer. I always thought barley wines were a wine as well, until actually I started drinking barley wines. My dad used to drink barley wine. Yeah, and I love Christmas. And that run into Christmas with the beer wall, tinsel on the beer wall, a Christmas tree sat here. Whee. How many off 2K? Oh, that's a sore question. I was above 2K last night. This morning, I was on 2001. Then it dropped down to 1996. And before this, I was on 1997. So after that, I'm not sure. So we'll see. It's got to be this before this weekend. I've got to hit 2K. So next Saturday, I'm already going to schedule in the 2000, the Wraggys Ale celebration 2000 next Saturday. Yeah, or this Saturday. But I did really want to wait till Sam gets it, but Australia could be weeks. But yeah, I definitely want to get another advent calendar as well. I'm not sure where. Um, Thornbridge are bringing out an advent calendar, supposedly. We'll have to do a chat in the beer review community group. If we do a chat, and if people, you're out, or maybe even Friday, um, but yeah, maybe Friday. It don't really matter because I'm at work on Saturday anyway, and it's only Bragg's Golden Ale. It's only 3.8%. I might drink three of them, mind. I'm not buying Brewdog. It's not that. But Thornbridge could be an interesting one. I might message them and ask them, if they do one. Yes. Yeah. If they do one, is it going to be like collabs as well? Thornbridge collabs and maybe the odd non-Thornbridge. That to me would make it very interesting. And Thornbridge are a cracking brewery with some amazing beers. Beers of Europe, they did an advent calendar. I think it's only a 12 bottle. I want to get a 24 bottle. So you're looking at a good 75 quid for a 24 bottle. Obviously, Christmas is coming up. So I know I'm definitely getting two advent calendars. Whether I can afford three, because obviously, you can only afford so much, can't you? So back in 2 seconds. Need the old loo. And better put my son's second dinner on. He likes his dinners. And then my other son can pour it out. Back in 2 minutes. I'll be back. Got this long walk up to the shed to the house. Right. Good evening again. Countdown function. It's a long one up to the house, you know. So let's get back onto this. Let's give these two a face off now. And there we go. So there's the Stella rip-off. Put the glass down there. And here's the Foster's rip-off. Good evening, Rob. Mr. Hopsy, obviously. Ooh, sent some freebies. Hey, that's always good. And you deserve the freebies. You do. Running out of videos. So, yeah, the lagers. There's nothing much I can do about this. So that's the Stella rip-off in this hand from Lidl. That's the Foster's rip-off. One's 4%, this one's 4%, that one's 4.8. They look virtually the same. So we'll do a taste comparison. The thing we're doing beer reviews, and any beer reviews, and giving scores out, it's very hard. Say something's your favourite beer ever. To be your favourite beer ever, you've got to put it against your second favourite beer ever at the same time and drink them, because otherwise, how do you know? On any given day, your taste buds, there's a difference in your taste buds, what you bet. The variables are just mind-blowing. You've got to have that same beer at the same time to do a truly, bob on. So, obviously, these two are lagers. It is. It was never about the lager tonight. It was always about the lime. So that's the Stella one on the nose. I've got to be honest, neither of them are that nice. Not that nice on the nose. Yeah, you don't get an Imperial Stout on the nose, that's for sure. The Robin Hood Beer Festival is over 4 days. So it starts on the Wednesday, that's for camera. And tasting, there is judging on the Wednesday. I spoke to the ex head brewer from Blue Monkey. He's there judging. He owns his own pub now, micro pub called the Bunny Hop at Langley Mill in Nottingham, and a cracking bloke. He was behind Abstract Brewery, which is now Bang the Elephant, because they bought it when he had issues with his hands. I forgot which was which now. That's 4.8. And yeah, so Wednesday's more or less for camera. Thursday, open all day. Fridays, when we're going, open all day. And then Saturday as well. The Robin Hood Beer Festival never runs out of beer. They always have plenty of beers. However, what they do is have beers in reserve. Friday has always been generally the best day, because a lot of the riff-raff beer is out of the way first. And a lot of the decent stuff is held back. They hold beers back. You know this on beer festivals. And Friday has always been the best day to go, which is why I always go on Friday. Plus, on the Saturday, you can sleep, or you can have a bit more of a rest day if you've hit it too hard on the Friday. And don't mix ciders and beers like I've done in the past. It doesn't end well. Yeah, and you go home early and you've wasted a good night. You spent 20 quid to get in. You want to make it last. Very bitey on that. Taste, yeah, we're not talking lots. Challenge accepted. Rightio. You'll be surprised, mate. It's a big beer festival. Yeah. Yeah. They're not like Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. A couple slow. Benjamin. Good evening, mate. I'm going down Friday, mate. Saturday, doing the tap rooms at Nottingham. We've all got to see more lives. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely on the run up to the Robin Hood Beer Festival. A few more lives, definitely. And I'll try and slip the odd more lives in, but I'll do it when I can let people know. I want to do lives where with the slightly in. Tonight wasn't pretty interesting. It's not that interesting. I'll try and get some supermarket beers and do lives where people can join in. At least that side of things. 2 more hours left at work. Late night work. So you get what you get with this. You get lager malts on both sides. Swift off on the Thursday night. Meet up at Lincoln Green Robin Hood. That'd be good. I want to drag the wife as well. Get that Ninkasi. Yeah, I'm not going to get that again. I may get it after the beer festival if I haven't totally spent up all my cash. There's only so much I can dare spend. Yeah. You get steaming on. Mixing ciders and beers is never good. If you're a cider drinker, stick to ciders. You're a beer drinker, stick to beers. Don't mix. Yeah, gets you drunk too quick. Pinter, they do cider kits. Yeah, 2 or 3 actually. Yeah, and the Pinter are bringing Pinter 2 out soon, so that'll be interesting. I don't know what it's about. 29th of the month, it's coming out. I did think about getting a co-pinter, but I'm holding off at the moment because I'll probably use my pinter in the end as more of a home thing for wine. You know, I have 10 pints of wine in. That'll be good. Or Imperial Stouts. Imperial Stouts from a Rosé Ninkasi. Yeah, you get that drunk with you, mate. I want to see your face drinking that. Then again, you like your sours, don't you? And your saisons. The new pint is aluminium. Okay, that'd be interesting. Would it be interesting if you could have like a pinter that you could, in a certain way, do like a barrel aged beer in a pinter? That would be interesting. Is it possible? I have no idea. So, on the nose, the Gallaroo wins. The Galahad on the nose tastes more cardboardy. It just doesn't taste as nice on the nose. I didn't expect that. Neither of them are great, I'm being honest. Neither of them are great. As lagers go, there are a lot better lagers out there. Peroni's Doppio Molto. If you've never had that lager is a stunning lager, 6.6%. It looks at these and it just laughs. But good evening, Jackman. Who was on about you a bit ago? Yes, no one's seen you for a while. And I hope you're fully recovered, matey. It was a cracking night the other week at Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. Me and you both got a little bit tankard. Craig was obviously held us both up. I was all right. I was not. I was steaming, but not too steaming. Although I still fell over on the walk home on the next night. Yeah, fucking hurt as well. Man, my arm and knee were killing me for a week. On the taste. Have you ever reviewed it, Greg? That would be an amazing challenge, and you'd actually enjoy that challenge. Yeah, it's a stunning lager, multi lager. The flavour and the ABV, well, the ABV, delicious. Yes, it goes down a treat, does it? So taste-wise, let me do it. I mean, they are what they are. These are standard discounted supermarket clone lagers. You ain't getting craft lagers. You're getting what you get. The black double IPA. Um, bloody hell. So I drink these together. When I drank them the first time, that was far better than that. The Stella was awful. The Galahad, I thought, was quite decent. Now, tonight, their Stella, the Galaroo, is wiping the floor with the Galahad. How crazy is that? Pitting one against the other is definitely the way to do beer reviews, because it's interesting to see what comes out on top at the same time. It's got to be the way forward. Do a stout, Steve. Check out Love Brewing's website. They've got some lovely stouts on there. If you can break the postage and packaging so you get it free, then it's worth doing. I'm not sure. I didn't think I took this one out of my hand. Although I may have done, what you get for doing things live. You're bound to drop a bollock somewhere along. I mean, they are what they are. You got me doubting myself now. I didn't think I took the right one out of my hand at any one stage. I did the left because I put the left down at a stage, and then I picked it up. No, the pear tree was crap this year. I got about 30 pears. Last year I got about 200. Stouts are good. Yeah. Wilco's do a nice stout kit. Yeah, I might have to call it a draw. Craft beer Johnny. Who's craft beer Johnny? I don't know him. Sounds like something you'd find in a toilet. A craft beer Johnny. Ninkasi. Oh dear, oh dear. That's a beer if you want to challenge your senses. Yeah, yeah. Unless I got a Duff bottle. Um, did I get a Duff bottle? I'll never know because I won't ever go down that route again. Ninkasi Rosie, I was looking at it the other day and I said to the wife, that's the one that's one of my worst beers ever. But was it did I have a Duff bottle? You know, you do get Duff bottles. You stop calling him Johnny from now on. You all right, Johnny? Sam, good morning, matey. How are you? Been a while. I've still got a good 20 minutes. The wife's out still. She hasn't come home. Johnny's off the craft beer channel. Ah, rightio. Ah, I've seen plenty of Johnnies in my time working at the Arboretum. Yeah. I'm glad my name's not Johnny. Yeah. You right, Johnny? Yeah. God. Yes. Yes, I've seen a lot of them. Yeah. We don't want to go down that road. Yeah. The Arboretum road. We don't want to go down that. Not tonight. Ah, craft beer Johnny. Yeah, I still have the prune juice wine. Yeah, it's amazing. And I tell you what, it's aging beautifully. I do need to do some re-reviews on the homebrew. I mean, if anything's rancid, then chuck it away. But yeah, the prune juice is waiting for those who dare to drink it. I'm actually gutted I didn't get Greg to drink some when he was over. But obviously, the good man was with his wife, and yeah, it was difficult. But it was a good. We had a good day out in town. To be fair. Not tomorrow live. No, 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 no. I'll see what the wife's do. The best time to do it for me, doing a proper live like this, is when the wife's gone out running, because hey, I didn't get one on the first night. Put it down, didn't I? Had a drink, put it down. Second night, got 4. Hey. And then I fell over and still didn't break one. I'm sure. I think there was 27 people watching me when I fell over. And yeah, that was one of them moments, wasn't it? And I wanted fucking steaming. I just missed this curve. Pitch black. Fucking fell over. And I didn't break the glasses, which and the 2 cans. I had two liquid light cans. Yeah. Prune juice at the beer festival. God, yeah. Hey. Yeah, that could be troublesome. Our man Dave, who's obviously gone off to see his Russian friend, he's on about having some of the prune juice. So fair play. If he wants it, as much as he likes. Yeah. I'm not going anywhere near the toilets after him. Yeah. It'll be Pato Banton towards the end. Oh. To be fair, both the Galahad. I want to stay vertical next month. Yeah. Vertical, having a laugh. For me, it's the experience. Me and Craig, we had a good laugh. It was good to meet the local breweries, good chats. And again, when I'm down there, I feel sure that Castle Rock will have a bar. Navigation, they're having a bar. These are both local breweries. Blue Monkey always have a bar, their own bar. I'm not sure Lincoln Green do. But as many of the breweries, locals do have a bar, that should be interesting. And going up and getting a beer with them and getting a photograph in front of the bar. I'm going to take that many bloody photographs that night and spread them all over social media, tagging all the local breweries as you do. And I've drank 1 bottle of Wraggys Golden Ale. 1 bottle. That's all I've drank so far. Yeah, Harvest Pale was brilliant. Dancing Duck, they'll be there. Yeah. Dancing Duck. Quackers they are. Oh yeah. Yes, scrap dope. But yeah, Dancing Duck are normally. I'm trying to think who's normally got their own bars. You have a keg bar. I will do a video with the map and give my thoughts on how it's going to be. It looks like it's going to be bloody congested. I thought it'd be all the way round the cricket ground. There will be inside the cricket ground the ability to go up into the stands and have a drink in the stands, which is a good thing, because if you want to do a beer review away from the public, then the stands is the only option you've got. You won't be able to do it in front of all the public. But take somebody up to do a beer review. It'd be kind of weird, wouldn't it? It's like taking someone to the toilet. It's like, what's he doing? But yeah, it's kind of weird. But yeah, we're just going up for a beer review. Wink, wink. He's like, yeah, of course you are. Yeah. Right. But yeah, but bad sense of humour. I've worked on public parks. You see a lot of things. People going to toilets together and things like that. Look. But Bang the Elephant, mate. Oh God. I don't know what they've got at the beer festival. I know they've got the beer festival beer is going to be there. It's definitely there. It's called Shazbot. It's a collaboration of 10 breweries. The Raggy was in attendance, although I didn't do bugger all. I was in attendance that day. And no one mentioned my name anyway. So, but I was there, So I was there in spirit, but not. I was drinking. When there's a 13% Imperial Stout, and then it's like, although I did do some of the green hops, so I actually did collaborate in some fashion. So yeah, why did they put me on the collaboration? Miserable sots. Might have to have a word with Cameron and say, look, get my fucking name on there. I actually collaborated for 10 minutes at least, although the rest of the time I was drinking. Yeah, it's a shame you can't be there. It would have been amazing. And Rampant Lion, James is in the UK on that bloody Friday, but he's at a stag do and he can't make it. And again, that would have been awesome. Could you imagine? I personally hope, my hope for the future is that we can sort out a mass beer reviewers meetup and get Dean there as well. Shake that bloke's hand. What beer, mate? What beer's that? Wait, which beer's that, Craig? Out of curiosity. So I'll be glad to get off these because it's killing me. It really is killing me. Hence why I don't do a lot of lager reviews these days. Oh, birthday weekend. Hey. The Golden Ale. I reckon this Friday. Wraggys Golden Ale this Friday. I should it. Unless it keeps going up and down like prostitute Nichols. It should hit 2000 by Friday. It hit 2000 last night and went down by 5. I was gutted, absolutely gutted. But I expected it because I had a surge of people subscribing at the same time, and that gets the panic. That panics me when that happens because I don't. You look and you think, why have all these people subscribed? When you get one or two a day, you think, oh, that's fair play. If you get one or two a day, no, no more homebrew. No, no, no. I kind of killed the homebrew for the moment. I would like to do a homebrew wine soon, but Christmas is coming up. I've never been to the homebrew festival, then done a tap room day on the Saturday, a possible night out on the Thursday. There's only so much I can afford to do. We've all got budgets, haven't we? And or budgets. And yeah, I've actually got a budgie beer. Actually, look at this. It's a budgie beer. Budgie smugglers. Eh? That sounds so wrong and so funny in another sense to have a budgie beer. But yeah, no homebrew recently. Friday's looking like a good night. I'm at work Saturday, but I'm only doing garden nearby. And to be fair, Wraggys Golden Ale is only 3.8%. So it's not going to break the bank. Even if I have 3 or 4, not going to break the bank. Although I do want to age some. These there. I want to age if I can. The rest of them, I'm not too worried about, to be honest. So 1 hour 23 minutes, longest. The budgie smuggler, yeah. I know you did, yeah. Hardly paid for a beer. Isn't that the best beer festival? I mean, to be fair, Friday night at Nottingham's Craft Beer Festival, I hardly paid for anything. It was a brilliant beer festival. Half steaming and didn't pay. Steve, you'll never meet anybody more anxious than me, mate. I'm the most anxious person you could ever meet. Forget what I sound like in front of a camera because obviously I can't see people watching. So unless I see names that that slightly worry me, I look and see someone's name, and if it's somebody's name who's like, oh dear, what's he watching or what's she watching? But most of the time it don't bother me at all. It did scare me going to Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. So big thank you to Craig because Craig Craig coming down to the festival and you as well gave me the confidence to get out and getting out to the festival, it was amazing. And like this year going to the Robin Hood Beer Festival, yes, I've been before, never been with more than one person, so it's going to be interesting. I do apologize if I say something wrong. McMaster's channel? No, I've not heard of him. No. From the Nottingham area. Is he a beer reviewer then, or is he just another YouTube channel? I've heard of tripping name. Lad Baby. He's from Nottingham. And he's got something daft like 750,000 subscribers. That's a fair few subscribers. Yeah. I'm hoping for a great weekend. And you know, the tap rooms on Saturday, to go around these tap rooms and see if anybody recognises you. That'll be interesting. You know, you'd be surprised. Travel and food. Ah, right, yeah. There was a lad who came on here last week, I presume, who does do a travel and food channel. Yes, because he did say to me about going around Nottingham and doing a bit of a meeting up and doing a bit of, you know, going to pubs and that. Yeah. The name Mac Master didn't ring a bell. But there was a name. I'm crap names. Yeah, I ain't got a clue who I work with at the moment. I see people and it's like, you all right? I think, who's that? What's their name? In fact, I've gone into work today and there's 5 people in work. 3 of them, I ain't got a clue what the names are. And it's like, yeah. I mean, my boss at my old workplace used to call people Thing. Oi, Thing. Which is quite, you know, rude in some way. I prefer Oi. Oi. Much better. Excuse me. Do it that way. Yeah. Oh dear, quaff that back up then. But they are what they are, these lagers, you know. Yeah. Do you ever think, with drinking beer, and this is a question to everyone, with drinking beer, do you have moments where you don't remember? Because I have lots of frigging moments where I just do not remember. So I wake up the next morning and I'm like, shit, what did I do now? Oh, did I upset anybody? Did I say something I shouldn't have done? And sometimes, when you do like drunken reviews, not that I do any at the moment, to be fair, I've been good just recently, although kind of forced to be good. But yeah, drunken beer reviews and that, and it's like, did I upset anyone? Because you never know when you've had a drink. Thank you, Thomas. Good to hear. I'm trying to be sensible, Greg. Yeah, and Chris, moderating what you drink, it is a good thing. Yeah, spirits are evil. I've come off the spirits full on. I've not touched a single spirit for a while now, and I'm better for it. 10K walk. Oh, yeah, you get that beer down, you needed the sugar. On a boat to Wales one night, shit. And I thought catching a bus home one night and falling asleep and ending up 3 miles away from the house was bad enough. That is bad. Wow, Pullman. Wow, that's scary. Yeah, I've got the Vimto wine left still. Yee. Savage Emery, yeah, mate. I had one last night, yeah. Well, to be fair, one of the cans was that dinted that it was basically, it needed to be poured. My excuse. It did. It needed to. So I poured it out. I tried to open it. It wouldn't open. I pressed the top of the can and it poured out. So obviously it needed to be poured. Drank it. Got a bollocking this morning. And as you do. I try to, Darren. I try to let people know when I'm doing beer reviews. I tried. Yeah, but that teeper. This is where supermarkets, if the people don't know what they're reducing, you can get a bargain. It's always worth looking around bargain areas, even if you feel a bit of a tramp doing it, because you never know. You never know if something's been reduced by accident, and then you get the bargain of a lifetime. Lots of Wraggys Impy Stouts left, Adam. You're taking some away with you, mate. I do apologise. I've got bottles galore ready. Oh, yeah. You, Rob, and Harry. Yeah, you've got bottles to take away with you. Whether you review them or you just drink them, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, there are bottles waiting for you. Salted caramel stout. Which one was that then, Brian? Saline aftertaste. Ooh, that's not good, is it? So let's get on something decent. I'm on my pinter now, the guest list. And thank you to whoever bought a pinter and I got the free kit. Hey, please. Which was the salted caramel stout. See, I'm not a big fan of salted caramel. I like butterscotch. Why the hell butterscotch isn't more prevalent in today's beers? Salted caramel, I can't stand the stuff. Yeah, whenever you do any, Craig, I'll Free Hills. Right, yeah, I'm not a big fan of salted stuff. Ugh. Yeah, whenever you're ready, Craig, I'll tell you anything you need to know. Yeah, I didn't. I only wrote the minimum amount of spell writing. Pissed me off. As the Vimto improved, I've not touched it, so I need to do some re-reviews. I do. Yeah, I need to balance up. I've got so much to review, as you can see behind me. So flipping much, and I've got a fridge full. I've got beers here, beers down on the floor, beers over there, beers here. That's why I'm not buying anything now. I need to calm it down. And obviously Christmas is coming up, so I'm bound to get beers for Christmas, or even beer, wine kits, beer kits. Neon Raptor, Jagman, they've got some lovely beers. And you see in the glass, look at this for glass. £5.50 for the glass, or 2 for 10 it was. So that's the glass. And then on the back, you've got a third, half, and 2/3. And I presume the top is a pint. It's supposed to be a pint glass. So I presume that's a pint. And I picked up some nice beers from them as well. I did. And I met Mr. Craft Beer Basic, Nottingham, one of the other Nottingham beer reviewers. There's at least 4 of us that I know. Tom, who is Crummy Beard, Mr. Craft Beer Basic, Dave, Red Dog Brewer, who's now a brewer at Magpie. Mango Jack Smoking IPA. Stout for Christmas, yeah. Tell you what, Liam. Love Brewing's Imperial Russian Stout is amazing. 40 quid, yes. Add a bit of flavour to it. Get a flavour in, like a plum flavour, plum essence. Bang that plum essence. Great. Dig Brew. You've got to put it on Untapped, Craig. Yeah. The Wraggys home brew on Untapped. That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? Especially if somebody else does as well. Dig Brew. I don't think I've had any Dig Brew. I don't think I have. So 1 hour 34 minutes. This has been the longest I've done in a long time. Jesus. Bit nice. It's been nice to have a proper chat. You know, sometimes, when you're on the internet, sorry, when you're at work all day, you don't talk to no one, you come home and, experimenting with beer kits is definitely the way forward. Get your beer kit, a Wilco's beer kit, it's a good standard beer kit. Get yourself some essence, brew the kit, secondary, just as you secondary fermenting it, add your essence. Don't add it beforehand, waste of time. It'll just ferment out. Add your secondary ferment as you put it into a bottle. Your essence as you put it into the bottle, a drop or a couple of drops in each, and you should get something quite interesting. Yeah, I'll definitely send you details, mate. Yeah. I want to see what you think. Yeah, whether you say shit. The Imperial ginger barley wine should be I think that's probably the best. Although the Imperial cream stout, and I'll tell you now, of those home brews, and for anybody coming to Nottingham for the beer festival on the Friday, who's actually coming to the beer room, as long as I ain't drank it before, and it's damn nice. So this is the Imperial spiced rum chocolate stout. So it's a spiced rum. It's a Easter brew, Bulldog's Easter brew. Yeah, 5 different ones. It's an Easter brew with 2 bags of sugar extra and then a litre of spiced rum on top of that. And it's solid, absolutely solid. And boy, it's a chocolate extravaganza. What? Hazy Jane. I actually like when it came out. I actually liked Hazy Jane. I thought it was okay. The new Guava Hazy Jane is something that's a really nice beer. Well worth trying. Yeah, definitely worth a punt. The Guava, very sweet. If you've tasted Guava before, you'll know it's a sweet one. So yeah, some good beers. The Tesco's range, if I'm being honest, the Tesco's range really interesting. Some of them are just you know, where they've gone from a 4-pack into a can, or the can's gone to a bigger size. You know, Mr. President on the top shelf up there, that's now in a 440 instead of a 330. I bet you are as well. Good evening, Ashley. Hey, as long as it brews okay, that's the main thing, isn't it? You know, you spend the money on kits, and as long as it comes out, which is the best, neither of them shite. Um, no, they're both not the nicest of lagers. You know, it's as simple as that. Would I drink them again? No, no, none of them are that nice. Yeah, the Pinter guest list. My homebrew is better than both of them, and they're made by whoever. Craft barley wine. Ooh. I had that barley wine the other week from Daya and Boxcar. 11 quid for the bottle. Oh, it was a nice barley wine. Went down the tree. Have the prices got better over in Ireland? I know in Northern Ireland they're having a bit of an issue. You know, I used to be able to go to the Tesco's in Northern Ireland and get an amazing range of beers on a 4 for 6. Good evening, Adam. And yeah, they've had some big issues since Brexit. And you know, these companies sort themselves out. I mean, flipping heck. Yes, there's issues, but sure, it's not that bloody hard. Yeah, I thought the Guinness Zero was top notch, Chris. You had that one, Mersey. Yeah. It's not like the barley wine my dad used to drink years ago. No, no, that stuff used to knock him out, rocket juice. And he can drink. You know, he was a big drinker. Yeah, I can't drink nothing all week. What you don't want in any country. See you later, Chris. Till next time. Better knock off myself soon. Wife will be home soon. Bollikins and everybody ensue. I'm down the shed too long. But then again, I get Yeah, the old-fashioned barley wine. I mean, I've got my Imperial ginger, and that's a really dark. It's like a stout. Yeah. Shit herself drinking barley wine. Oof. My dad, it used to send him crazy. Yeah, yeah, and he was a nice person. But I remember. Yeah, I didn't see him since I was 10 years old until he died. Yeah, these things happen, I suppose. But that was some years ago now. It was a good 10 years ago. I think he was 64 when he died. So yeah, about 11 years ago. How time flies, eh? Jesus Christ. So the guest list, and this, would you believe, is an Imperial, not an Imperial. It's a black lager uh, that you brew from the pinter. Did you have one of these, Liam? Out of curiosity, did you get one of these? Farmers used to make barley wine. Fair play to the farmers. Right, looks like the wife's back home. I can hear her in the distance. So I'll drink this, knock it on the head. Nearly 2 hours. So been a good night. It's Monday night, eh? And it's been great to be back on the lives. And you didn't rate it. Yeah, it needs a bit more ABV. I might ramp up the ABV. Beer Mats Red Ale, rightio. Beer Mats do make some good stuff. They're not, what's the word, fashionable. They do make some good stuff. Cheers, Steve. Have a good mate. So, been a cracking night. Thank you to each and every one of you that took the time to come on. You know, there's been times when I've done lives, no one's come on, and you do lose a bit of art. You think to yourself, well, no one's bloody watching. Why am I bothering? And evening, Craig. And it's been a great night. I've totally enjoyed tonight. Yeah, it has been a good one. And Cam here in the background. Mum back.
Taking a bit. Taking a bit.
Right, son's in the background getting bollocking.
Do you know what time it is?
I know it's 8:15, babe.
Dad.
Mhm.
It's 8:15.
Mhm.
There's no stars in. There's one star in the sky, and it's night time. Get off the beer review.
Go up the ass.
I don't care. Get off the beer review.
All right, go up the ass. Come on. Toodle. Come on. Terrible.
Carry on, and I'll show you with a nose.
Terrible when an 11-year-old gives you a bollocking.
Shut up.
Little 11-year-old giving you a bollocking. Anyway, see you later, everyone, and have a good one. And it looks like, computer's gone off. It's got that long. Computers seem to have died a death. Cheers, everyone. See you soon. Cheers. Right, I've got to end it now. I know, but 11-year-old tell me what to do. Like I listen. Computer's died on me. Computer says finish. Cheers. See you later, everyone. And good evening. And I'm sadly going. But it's been a great night. Cheers.